Today it's the thrill of the grill. And on the grill today, we're gonna be cooking up some fantastic sirloin steak tacos. You heard it right, guys. On my kettle, I am gonna get out a great sirloin steak. We're gonna marinate it for a while, and then we're gonna make it into some fantastic tacos. I got a new meat company to talk to you about, so stick around and let me tell you about the sirloin steak I just got in from Chapman Cattle. I am Chef Johnny. This is Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Appreciate you stopping by. Hey guys, and this is a steak I just got in from Chapman Cattle Company. 3C Cattle. It's up near Hyco, Hamilton, up in that area of Texas. Got a visit with Mark Chapman here a while back. And guys, he sent me some meat down there. It's looking great. This grass-fed beef. We're gonna give some of this beef a try today, but come in here. Let me show you this simple marinade that anybody can do. It will work on this. It will work on fajitas. It'll work on a lot of different meats that you want to marinate. 3 ingredients, easy to do. So come in here. Let me show you that. We're going to let it marinate. Then we're making some great tacos. Pull this beautiful steak out of here, guys. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the meat we got in from Chapman Cattle Company. But this is a top sirloin. It is a beautiful looking piece of meat. They grass feed their meat all the way through. At the end, they do give them a ration of grain, but we are gonna marinate it in a very, very simple recipe today. And I'm gonna set this up here, and really normally I'd pour it right into the bag, but just to get the measurements right for y'all, I am going to pour it in just so y'all can see. First thing going in is a half a cup of soy sauce. Got in my half cup of soy sauce. And that's 4 ounces. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in with 6 ounces of pineapple juice. This has no sugar added to it. Now on top of that, 1/4 cup of water. Guys, that's it. This is a great marinade. Bill over at Chicken Fried Barbecue showed me this marinade. Don't know where he got it from. He might have made it up. Pretty talented individual. But check Bill's YouTube channel out. Find him on Instagram. But anyways, I'm just gonna take my steak and drop it in here. We're gonna pour in this marinade. And that's really enough marinade for probably 2 or 3 steaks. But close it up. I'm gonna get most of the air out. I'm gonna go stick it in the refrigerator. And I'm gonna see y'all, in about 2 or 3 hours. And we'll look at getting this on that grill, and I'll show you how I'll do it. While this is marinating, I'm gonna show you how to make that pineapple salsa. That steak's in the marinade, and while that's going on, we're gonna make our pineapple Pico De Gallo, all right? So let me show you all the ingredients we have in there and how we mix it up. The first thing we're gonna do is start off with a cup of diced pineapple. This is fresh. If you wanna use a canned pineapple, perfectly fine. Get some chunks, chop them up, get the rings, chop them up, whatever you want, but I do have pineapple in there. Next thing I'm gonna add to it is I have a whole habanero pepper. So we want a little heat in this. I like it kind of hot, so we're going with the habanero. I've got about half of a red bell pepper. Get the reddest one you can. You really want those vivid colors. Had a hard time finding one I really like today. And about a 1/4 cup of white onion diced up. And then I have some jalapenos. This is 2 jalapenos, and I'm probably gonna put about 1 of those in here. Half a bunch of cilantro diced. And I'm gonna take about half of that, put it in, and kind of just start tossing this around, right? It's gonna be very colorful. It's gonna be real pretty here. You can see these beautiful reds and greens and the yellow. You can tell this is gonna be a lovely salsa. That is looking good. Now what we're gonna do is come in with some sea salt, kind of a coarse ground. Kosher salt would work great. 2 nice big pinches of that. I'm gonna get a nice pinch of garlic. If you wanted to use fresh garlic, a couple of cloves of it would be fantastic. I'm gonna stir that in. Remember, you can always add, you cannot take out, so put in what you think's right or a little bit less and then add to it. That's looking good there. And I have the juice of 2 limes, and I'm gonna pour about half of that in there. Stir that in. That acid and that lime is really gonna bring these together. It's gonna brighten up the sweetness from that pineapple. I'm gonna add the rest of my lime juice. Remember this, folks, if you taste something and you go, ooh, that needs something, 9 out of 10 times it's either salt or acid. Salt level's good, going with acid. That looks really good. I'm gonna go with just a little bit more cilantro, kind of spread it around in there. That is pretty. Gonna go stick this in the refrigerator and let it kind of, the flavors meld together, and they're gonna be that much better when it's time to get this steak sliced up and into those tortillas. It's about time to get that steak on. This sirloin's been marinating about 3 hours now. You could marinate it for 8. Hate to go any longer than that. That acid really starts breaking down the meat fibers, but 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, plenty good. Good hot grill. We're gonna reverse sear this. So I'm gonna take it out, let it drain off a little bit, and I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna get it on the grill, go about 10 minutes, flip it to the other side where the other side's toward the fire. Take it up to about 120, 125 degrees. Then we're gonna get it onto that slow and sear, the dripping tray. And guys, that cast iron is gonna be hot. When we put it on there, we're gonna sear that steak off, take it up to that 135, then we're gonna slice it and get it into those tacos. Now, if I wanted to, I could season that steak up. Maybe a little hot cow cover would work really good, or maybe some smoke bomb from Uncle Steve's Shake. Any of those would work good, but I tell you what, I love this marinade, and you really can cook it right out of the bag and get great flavor. And also that searing is gonna add a lot of flavor to it also. So let's get this cooked up. Let's get that slow and sear dripping griddle. Got it right here. We're gonna get it hot, light coat of oil in it. We're gonna sear that steak off and make some fantastic tacos. So gonna put this in there with that steak. That steak's sitting about 125 degrees. Small end, getting up close to 130, fat end about 124. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna sear it off. Let's get this open and show you how we do that. Got our dripping griddle in there. I'm gonna put just a little bit of oil on it, just to help with the non-stick. Take my rubber spatula here, and let me tell you what, folks, this is good and hot, but we're gonna get a good sear on here, and then we're gonna let it rest a little bit, and then we'll cut it up for tacos. Let's pick it up, drop it on. Whew, that sounds good, don't it? You can tell it's got some smoke on it. I threw a few oak chips in there with it just to get a little smoke on there, but we're gonna sear this off, then we're gonna let it rest. If you wanna move this griddle around, you can pull it forward, get it off the heat if it gets too hot. Just slide it forward, push it back. It's kind of how you regulate the heat on it. Plus you have your adjustments on the bottom, right? That you can do, but we're gonna sear both sides of this. Take it up about 135, let it rest. It's gonna keep coming up, and it's gonna be a very nice, well-cooked steak, very moist on the inside. And I tell you what, that pineapple marinade just really works wonders with it. That is looking pretty good. I'm gonna look at this one and see if we can turn it over now. Oh yeah, look at that. Starting to get some nice color on it. Gonna bring that temperature on up, get that other side seared well. Once it rests, we're gonna make some fantastic tacos with it. Got that steak searing off some. And guys, working with that cast iron, working with these grills, sometimes you need some high heat gloves. Actually, these just came in from Offer Grill. Put a link below for them. You can find these a lot of different places, but they sent these out to me, and I'm gonna use them to slide that cast iron dripping griddle around in there. But nice high heat glove. Got some like these from Cosmos also. But check out Offer Grill. Put a link below on them. But that's cooking pretty good. I'm just gonna take it and slide it forward. That's gonna get it off that direct heat. I'm gonna let it keep searing a little bit. Tell you what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull this about 135 degrees. But when it hits 135, 137, we're gonna get it off there. That skinny end's gonna be a little hotter, so that way my wife will like this. She likes about a medium. I like it medium rare. About time to get this steak off. Let's get it up here. Set it on our cutting board. We're gonna let that rest for a little bit. And I'm gonna show you something I'm gonna do with that Pico De Gallo right here to really bring that flavor up even higher than it already is. Folks, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to sear this Pico De Gallo. So with that pineapple, when that sugar hits this hot, slow and sear, drip and griddle, guys. It is gonna cook up that pineapple some. It's gonna release a lot of the sugars in there, and it is just gonna take this to a whole nother level. I mean, this is the flavor train is showing up, and it is fully loaded today. Here we go, put that on there. Sear that off a little bit. I have my rubber spatula just to move it around with. And we're just gonna sear that pineapple a little bit. We have the steak that was on here. We're getting the flavor from it in this with this pico also, which is just gonna be tremendous. That's called the fond, and the pineapple juice and everything that we had in there is releasing that fond right now. And it is getting this, cook this up. It is just gonna amplify our flavors. And this pico is gonna be tremendous. These are gonna be some great tacos. Gonna add a little roasted salsa with it also. We are layering the flavors on these tacos today, guys. If you don't wanna sear this off, you don't have to, but I think it's gonna add a lot of flavor, well worth the extra time while that steak's resting. Let's see if we can start slicing this. I tell you what, guys, this is pretty. Look at that. That reverse sear. We are pink all the way through. We get further in here, hopefully we're gonna hit some medium rare. I think we're doing that. That looks good. I think I'm gonna steal a little taste of this sirloin right here. Okay. Oh man. Gonna be great. Guys, you need to check out Chapman Cattle Company, 3C. They are putting out some great meat. Man, this sirloin is tremendous. Let's see if we can start making some tacos. Give me a tortilla out. Got some nice fresh tortillas. Put one of those in there. A few slices of this sirloin, which is just beautiful. Take some of this great pico we've got. Add that to it. Guys, you could put a slice of avocado in here, would go great with it. If you want a little roasted salsa to go on top, not really sure you need that, but I'm gonna give it a try. Met these guys at the gun show the other day, South Texas Salsa, and I guess I use this spoon, don't know what I do with my other one, and it won't reach. Here we go, let's pour some in there. So, got a little salsa, a little pico in it. That's there. Let's come in here and give this taco a taste. I think it's gonna be great. Give this a try. Guys, marinated that steak in that pineapple salsa, the habanero. A little of this South Texas Salsa Company on it. Man, I'm glad I bought these. I bought about 3 or 4 jars. They had some different flavors, different styles. I bought from them at the gun show the other day. Good stuff. Go check them out. I'll put a link below. But man, guys, this taco, tremendous. This steak is tender. It's got a fantastic flavor to it. It's moist. Man, great. The family's over outside the camera just waiting for a taco. So I guess I'm gonna need to get some to them. I'm gonna tell you folks, take your time and roast that pineapple salsa. It is well worth the wait. It just adds to the flavor. It just brings out a lot of sweetness from that pineapple you wouldn't have got otherwise, but it is fantastic. If you can't take the heat, leave that habanero out, go just with the jalapenos. Maybe a serrano would be great also. Or if you can't take the heat at all, just leave your peppers out. Make the pineapple salsa with just the cilantro. And I tell you what, guys, I use white onions. Red onions would be beautiful in this. They would work also. But a fantastic taco. And if y'all would, give this recipe a try. Hey, and also got a new hat on, guys. Just got this in from Scree. Remember, they sponsor the channel with all my camo and everything. Remember to check out those hunting videos. I am gonna put a video down below for how to process a pineapple. That way you can see it if you want to get your own start from the very beginning. Otherwise, just walk to the produce section and get you some chunk pineapple. or use some canned pineapple to work also. But hey, it's a great taco. Remember to check out Scree, check out my other sponsors, guys. Check out Chapman Meat. They sponsored us with this sirloin steak today. And hey, I think they're great. I think it's gonna be a great relationship, but always appreciate you stopping by Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Tell your friends and family about us. Share us on your social media, and we're gonna see y'all down the road on Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Goodbye, everybody.
How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.